Welcome to the second to last stream of the year. Now today we're gonna do things a little bit differently how we're used to. Instead of playing something, I'm just gonna reminisce on the memories of the games that I played because I took down the list. I played a lot of games this year. And I kinda wanna have a talk about them while showcasing some captures and some images from my thing here, oh, I can reminisce on that if I find it, say. But for example, there were a lot of games that I liked this year. There were a lot of games that I also kind of vibed with. I'm not exactly sure how to place that. I guess it's like I liked them. I'm not sure how to phrase that. It's kind of like it's kind of a complicated business, as you know. I'm gonna lower down the music a little bit just so I can focus on hearing my thoughts a little bit more. By the way, I am opening up a Discord. This will have a Discord VC. So hold on, let me just there we go, on the lobby. And now the stream is officially endorsed by the open chat or open mic monitor. A question to ask is which of the several tons of games did I like the most this year? And if we just go at it by the captures of the year, you might notice a pattern here. Like, for example, there's 70 captures of Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory. And there's 76 captures from Pokemon Unite. And there's 47 of Penny's Big Breakaway. So these numbers kind of give you an estimate on which games are my favorites that I played this year. Not quite. Not quite, because wait, what are the other? Oh, home menu and all of that stuff. I see. Since I kind of just wanna, brush it out of the way as soon as possible, I kind of just want to talk a lot about Penny's Big Breakaway, because it's to no one's surprise that game is the highlight of the year. Like, oh my god, a game where there's such an amount of liberty on how you can move and how you can change your combos. This game is about speed. This game is about speed, and it's not even subtle. Like in regards to the speeds. Like, look at this. Look at this. That's speeds. I wonder if this is a replay that I wanted to show. Oh yeah, that's the one. Yep. Those kind of things go crazy. Penny's Big Breakaway is one of those games that rewards you for seeking out the speed. And it feels nice too. And to me, it doesn't even have to compete with Sonic in terms of fast game, or with Mario in terms of platformer. To me, those two things can and will be different. I'm gonna bump up the music a little bit more. Filters. There we go. So, again, back on topic. Yeah, Penny's Peak Virgo is like... Oh gosh, I had it like... I should have written it down. I guess it's my mistake. It's my mistake for not writing it down. I should have wrote it down. Anyway, Penny's is my favorite game of the year. No question. Absolutely no question. I'm essentially infatuated by this game's design. A game where you play as a yo-yo girl, essentially controlling a yo-yo, riding on the yo-yo, tossing the yo-yo, doing flips, pirouettes with a yo-yo. Like, that's sick as fuck. And then you tell me that this game also has a speed element and you can like speedrun it? This game is what motivated me to learn how to speedrun. It made the lesson of learning how to speedrun a game fun. And yeah, I guess that's my that's my 2024 highlight of the game of my personal game of the year. But a game that was second, that was like tied or like extremely close. It's a little bit further down. I did not stream this. I did not stream this because I didn't want to stream it, but this image tells you all. Echoes of Wisdom is my new favorite Zelda game. Like, hands down. Step aside Wind Waker, step aside Minish Cap. Kindly notch over Spirit Tracks. Echoes of Wisdom is fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. And it's something very interesting that I'm gonna show you right here with this little thing. See this. See this. See this. So there's a switch. There's a rock. There's a button. The button pulls down the girders, allowing you to get to a treasure chest. How do you get to it? That's not on the game to tell you how. Like, it's on you to find out the way to get to the answer. And though the game might be like, oh, but you can use this, or you can use that, or you can use those, or you can use this echo, or that echo. Like, I doubt that the conclusion I reached on my playthrough was the same conclusion that somebody else did. Because I came up with this. And, okay. I can push things. What if I just... place a crate. And then push it with wind. I doubt that that's the solution everyone arrived at. But it's the moment where it hits you. It's the aha moment. And I guess that's incredibly valuable for this game. Though unfortunately, I don't think I can play it, like, I can first time play it again. Because every time I walk over to these challenges, I now have even more knowledge on how to clear them. Like, there's one where you have to latch on to a spider to crawl up to a wall. And there's several other instances where you can basically fly over obstacles using birds. Or, basically fly over obstacles with birds, or essentially use beds for everything. Which I am partially guilty of using beds for everything. But I enjoyed my time with this game. I enjoyed it quite a lot, based on the routinely stupidity that I captured. Oh, this is from very far in the game. I just said fuck it and started running. And like, the game just allowed me to do that. I don't remember which other instance was worth recording. I think this one might have. Well, that was hilarious. What the hell was... What the hell was that? Honey, was that you? Okay, thank you. Okay, so what else? Oh, that's right. I did play Super Mario Party Jamboree. I played this the story mode solo, and it was quite fun. I really like Yoshi's post over here, being like, "Yeah, we like Yoshi in this house. We very much like Yoshi in this house." Of course, there's the flurry of screenshots I took from defeating Inner Agent 3, which was part of a content week. The most content we've seen on the channel. Oh, that's right. Christmas gift. Oh, hi, Leslie.
Hi.
Howdy. Hi. We're reminiscing over the games that we played this year with good tunes to match.
Yeah.
And I also
saw that you were reminiscing about it because of Wisdom and the other thing, Mario Party Jamboree. And yes, Yoshi is a good.
Yoshi is indeed good. Hang on, I'm gonna... No, it's not necessary. I'm not gonna do it. Discord's stupid and it sucks up resources on my computer, which I definitely need for streaming.
Rip.
Yep, rip indeed. I guess I do have to talk about the Christmas gift that I received this year. Because thanks to the help of my lovely wife, I now have all the Mega Man collections. I was missing Legacy Collection 1, 2, and X Legacy 1 and X Legacy 2.
It's a lot of Mega Man.
Fitting for me. I really do love Mega Man. I really adore Mega Man. I love him. I love him.
There's so much Mega Man.
In all of its forms. I really wish that next year we get the fabled Star Force Legacy Collection. Good. Good gravy. I'm ready for that.
That sounds good. Yeah.
What else did I play this year? Oh, Balatro, obviously. Like, the run I had with Kay, my final run of the year, was absolutely insane. Like, I was at NT11. NT11 with a copy of a rare Joker with Polly. Basically, I was guaranteed to just end the run right there.
Unfortunately, since I did not play Balatro, a lot of these are flying over my head, but it sounds like I had a lot of fun, and that's good.
Balatro is a good game. I recommend everyone to play Balatro.
Maybe one day. I mean, obviously I've heard nothing but good, but one day I'll look into it.
Yeah, it is really good. I also talked a lot about how Penny's Big Breakaway is essentially my favorite game of the year, but if you've been around me, you know already.
Yeah.
You know already that I absolutely adored this game back and forth.
Do you think I'll get a chance to talk about my favorite games of what I played this year?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you're done, because I don't want to cut into your
It's gonna be a long stream, so we can go back and forth if you want to.
I mean, I guess I could talk about things. I want to talk about other games I played this year. Like anyone who knows me, it would not be a surprise to say that my game of the year 2024 is 2023's Honkai Star Rail.
Let's go.
I did start playing it this year, and I've loved it since the first moment.
That is indeed an Amethyst Honkai Star Rail Leslie moment.
It's just a damn good game. It's just good. I recommend people play it. Like, I do. If Genshin scares you, Honkai Star Rail is there for you.
You know what? Since we're since you've tossed in the Hoyoverse tangent,
yeah,
let's talk about Hoyo games. Because there was a new game that I played this year, and there was an old game I retconned, I reconnected with this year.
Yeah, and you played Genshin and the ZZZ this year.
I'm surprised to say that I walked out of both with positive thoughts. Like, even today, I just walked into Genshin to play more of the story.
What were you doing in the story, by chance?
Raiden Shogun.
Ooh, nice. Did you just
That's
meet
where
her,
I'm at.
or...
That's where I'm at. The part where Raiden just beats the shit out of you and Thomas saves you.
Oh, okay. Alright.
So that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
The resistance, if you may.
Yeah. I would say more, but I'd rather you experience more of Inazuma yourself. There are a lot of things
No,
people
I'm
say
getting
about
there.
Inazuma.
I'm getting there.
They'll get there, yeah.
Also, in some of my travels, I unlocked a little bit of Fontaine.
Nice.
So now I can explore Fontaine and hopefully find upgrade materials for Emily, which I've been lacking on. God.
Yeah, and even Game requires, I think, some materials from Fontaine as well.
Yeah, that's kind of stupid, though.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense because he was introduced this year, so he would have things that came from recent stuff, I guess. I mean, it would make more sense for things to be from Liyue, but he has some things from Liyue and some things from Fontaine because the game said so.
Interesting. I guess I wasn't thinking about it that way.
Yeah, I mean, I say that, but like, I leveled up a character from that land, and apparently she required boss materials from Sumeru, which is a weird thing to think about for me, but I guess it's just more things I can use on her.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
But yeah, I was calling me impressed. I was honestly shocked at how much I liked my sessions with Genshin. And now I can play Genshin on my phone.
Yeah, and Genshin is a good time, but I've been a veteran for so long that sometimes it just feels a little at this point. So I guess I guess that's kind of why HSR hit me as hard as it did, because it just gave me like a new feeling that I thought I lost.
Yeah.
Hi, hon.
Plus, Honkai hits a very different niche than Genshin.
Yeah, it
niche
is a
vibe, call it whichever. Also, hi, Solarity.
It is a turn-based game, and so not everyone's into that, but not everyone's into Genshin. But maybe.
But it is a turn-based game. But it is a turn-based game with speed attachment.
Yes.
The only other instance I saw about that before HSR, the only other instance I saw that was the Digimon Adventure game on PlayStation Portable.
I thought that was Pokemon, but you know what, that works too. I mean, yeah, the speed does matter. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Like you get shown your turn order. Pokemon took decades before that was introduced in Legends Arceus.
It's been a while since I played Legends Arceus, so I can't actually remember how that worked.
It did show a turn order in Legends Arceus.
Alright.
But then again, battles were usually 1-on-1 or 1-on-3.
Something like that, yeah. But again, it's been a while for me, and as much as I did play it, I did not complete it. Which would have been cool, because that meant getting Arceus.
True.
But yeah.
Now, Zenless is a different story, because Zenless, I was immediately hooked from the very beginning. And just watching someone else, Ria was streaming it earlier. And Yeah, God, it just made me offload several apps of my phone just to get the chance to play it again with my new controller. To which I also have to say, Hoyoverse, please release your games on Xbox. Or on other platforms that are not the PlayStation 5.
Or PC.
And PC.
Because ZZZ is on PC, but it's understandable if you don't want to play it on PC.
I don't want to play it on PC. I don't use my PC to play games. Last time I did this, I think a fuse blew. And I was without my computer for a week.
Like I said, entirely valid if you don't want to play ZZZ on your or any PC game on your computer. Entirely valid.
Yeah.
But
I walked out of Zenless with a very positive experience.
Yeah.
Like, I like my games frantic, fast-paced, and I have a very specific urge and a very specific itch that needed to be scratched for 12 years straight. I've been looking for a game that has a dodge like Kid Icarus Uprisings, and oh my god, it delivered.
Oh wow.
Oh my god, I found the dodge again in my life. The dodge has returned in the form of Zenless Zone Zero, and it's so dang precise. It's so good.
Died 2012, Born Again 2024. Welcome back ZZZ and its Kid Icarus Uprising dodge.
Welcome back, Kid Icarus Uprising dodge. Yeah, but I walked out of that positively, and Genshin Impact for Nintendo Switch is definitely still happening, according to Famitsu.
According to Famitsu, like, God. Quit coping, Famitsu, God. Quit coping.
Yeah. I took a note of all the games that I played this year. I gave Zenless a -1 in like my very non-arbitrary degree ranking of +3 to -3.
Alright.
And the main reason I gave it a -1 now that I'm looking at it is because of the lack of another platform's release.
You just really wanted it on Xbox. You just
I really wanted it on anything else but on PC. I really want games to branch out of PC and PS4 exclusivity. God, it's annoying.
It's weird that it isn't even on like PS5 or anything, or at least I don't think it is.
No, it is on PS5, but it's
okay.
But it's like only on PS5.
Right.
It should be released on more platforms, and if they just moved with the mobile release, like the mobile release, it's currently going for like 30 gigs or so.
Mm-hmm.
It can work on the Switch if they just decide to use that as the master version.
I mean, you say that, but remember, Genshin's not coming to Switch. It's not like even with. I'm pretty sure Genshin on mobile is already like 40 gigs plus.
I'm pretty sure that I cannot run Genshin on my phone anymore because I ran out of space. Side note.
Yes.
There is no side note. No, the side note is that if you play the Xbox version on your phone through remote play, the game has touch controls. Like, the game activates touch controls. It is very bizarre and absolutely unbelievable. And I guess I could show it now.
So basically, you were looking at this on your TV, but it has touch controls.
No, I'm playing it on the phone, and it has the touch controls on the phone.
Oh, okay, now I understand. Yeah, I know you brought it up before, but I was a little confused by how you worded it. Now I understand.
Yeah. So there we have it. My experiences with Hoyo games this year were fairly positive, and I only spent like $27 on each.
I don't think I can relate with how much I already spent on Star Rail this year.
It's okay. Each of us has their own spending habits.
I don't even care about Topaz. $90 $90 just for her.
We only hear, we don't judge.
At least it's here. Like, if it was anywhere else, hey.
Yeah. Yeah. Now the question that I have to ask is, are you willing to hear me if I talk about my experiences with Sonic Adventure 2?
Let's hear it. I mean, I can't say so much because I never played it, but sure.
Okay, so Sonic Adventure 2, since I'm going on my rankings that I have here noted, Sonic Adventure 2 scored a -2.
So it sounds like you didn't like it as much.
I am baffled. Hold on, I need something Sonic related to like show for the time. I don't have anything Sonic related here, or do I? Sonic? Is there anything about you here in that? No, Sonic Mania. Okay, I guess this works. Now Knuckles can be Super Knuckles. But not in Sonic, but not in SA2. You cannot become Super Knuckles in SA2. Actually, SA2 is...
Yeah. Sorry, continue.
SA2 is a very surprised mix of a game for me, because I walked out of SA1 relatively positive. Like, I say relatively because I don't remember exactly how things ended for me with SA1. And I might have to give myself a time next year to play them both. However, whereas I'm looking positively for Sonic Adventure 1, I am not so looking forward to my replay of SA2 because my first experience for SA2 was catastrophically chaotic.
See,
like, you're gonna have to hear me out on this, and maybe we can all shake and agree on something. But I felt like the game kind of sets itself out with City Escape, and City Escape is magnificent. Don't get me wrong, City Escape is absolutely magnificent as an interstage. And then the difficulty kind of like ramps up linearly and gradually. It's like taking you into the new mechanics that you find and all of that stuff. And then you get to the final area and it's like an exponential to the power of 70. And the game just expects you to get good.
I mean, do kind of get it. That is the end of the game. It's supposed to.
It is the end of the game, yes.
But that's what you have learned. But I've also heard like mixed things on both SA1 and 2. Like,
but the whole thing about the difficulty spike, it's the difficulty spike that gets me. Right. Because one stage before, I don't remember what you were doing one stage before that, but it wasn't like insanely precise platforming in space.
Slater, you there?
Oh yeah.
Your thoughts on SA2 for a final stage? What do you think?
SA2 is in general, my opinions on the adventure games are a little mixed, but mostly positive. Especially in the case of SA1, where it's just straight up positive. But like these, I could still see myself going back to the original SA1, like at any point. But like, I'm not entirely sure. Because every time I play it, it feels like something new happens, either in a good way or a bad way, that changes my perspective on everything.
I see.
But I also can't really divorce myself from the original perspective. I've enjoyed the games for so long. Like, I'm not someone who's like super nostalgic about games. Partially because I can just still play them again anyway, but also because, like, if my opinion of a game deteriorates as I get older, and that does happen. Like, and it's like with their little brother after this game. So like the adventure games, it doesn't really happen Like, I go back and forth on what I think of the mechs. I go back and forth on what I think of the treasure hunting. I go back and forth on what I think of the whole freaking thing.
Oh, there's one thing I won't go back and forth. I don't think my opinion is gonna change in any future playthroughs of SE2. I think that every single shooting section in the game is absolute garbage. Like, undeniable garbage.
I disagree heavily.
I'm gonna be completely honest, by the time I got to like the 5th Eggman stage, I was done. I was absolutely done. I was tired, I was exhausted, I was not having a single ounce of fun. Like the mech stages in SA2 were, to me, the lowest point of a game. Bar none, and it soured my experience tenfold, because while I was having a lot of fun on the treasure hunting and a little less fun than that on the speed stages, the mech stages were the bane of my existence. Like Tails was just fine. Every single Tails stage was just fine. Each and every single stage of Eggman that I played got worse and worse the more it kept on. Like, it starts out perfectly fine, and then by the time you get to the final zones, it's just, no, please release me from this mortal coil. I don't want anything to do with this again.
It's not a common opinion I hear that the lowest point in the game is Cosmic Wall. I think it's just straight up the best stage in the whole game. Better than every Sonic and Shadow stage combined.
What was Cosmic Wall?
The last Eggman. That's the last Eggman stage of 5. The one you were saying was the one where you were just tired of it and you couldn't take it anymore. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that we have different perspectives on the game, and that's cool.
Consider the fact that this was also my first experience with SA2.
Yeah.
Like, I doubt that people see it this way, because at my age of 30 years old, 31 years old,
Yeah.
several others have played Sonic Adventure 2 for like 20 years now, and they know this game in and out.
Yeah.
You didn't.
And I didn't. I didn't know what to expect, and by the time I got to Cosmic Wall, I was done with Eggman.
Yeah.
I was done with Eggman, I was not having fun. And Final Chase... Is it Final Chase? I think it's Final Chase.
Yes, Final Chase is the last Shadow stage.
Final Chase, I don't think I minded that one that much compared to Sonic's final stage, which I don't remember the name of.
Final Rush.
Final Rush, god damn it. Couldn't it have been just Final Chase for both?
Yeah. Well, there's story reasons, but like...
that sounds alright. Like maybe I could see Sonic thinking it is a final rush, but Shadow thinking it's a final chase.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
But like Final Rush, I was
thing.
still having a little bit of fun because it was still an effort for me to try to complete this, to try and complete the stage. With Final Chase, I think I was just so soured by my experience playing with Eggman that I don't know if I felt anything. Like, Eggman soured the game that bad for me.
Do you think it would have been different if you if you played Final Eggman stage, like, you know, after some sort of break? Maybe you would have. I don't know. Maybe, but
Yeah,
I
don't know
like,
anymore. Like, Darkseid is just plagued with Eggman stages.
Plagued? Yeah, there's like a huge stretch that's like Eggman back to back to back. And then like he's gone for like the entire mid game and late game. There's story reasons for it, but like, I can only justify everything that happens with, and there's story reasons for it so often when I'm starting to agree more and more as I get older with the general assertion that SA2's biggest problem is the story hopping, leading to a very disjointed gameplay experience. Because if the mech stages or the treasure stages or even the speed stages don't click with you soon, they're not going to click with you later either.
No, I didn't have any problem with the story basing, like, at all.
Yeah.
At all. To me, the story was fine. However, anyone who references SA2 in an unironic way when saying goodbye is absolute cringe, in my opinion. But that's a story for a different day, not now.
Alrighty then. So I'm also just organizing the stickers. I just bought like a few. I say a few.
No, to me the weakest part about SA2 was indeed the whole over focus on Eggman stages on the second half and please just no more. Just let me return to Shadow. Let me. I was getting so desperate. I clamored to return to Rouge. I don't think that's ever happened to anyone. Except for those who really do like Rouge. And I mean, I totally get it. But also, yeah. Okay, with that one out of the way, what was another game that I played this year? Oh, I spoke about Genshin before. Genshin got a +2 on my rating.
Nice. Very nice.
MMOs are games that I always have trouble keeping on top of, and so are gachas. And I don't know if I would describe Genshin as an MMO. Would you guys
It's
say
not. It is not. It is.
It's not.
It is
It's just an open world RPG.
Yeah, it's a single-player action RPG. With optional multiplayer co-op, but only up to like 3 other players.
Yeah.
It's definitely not. It's definitely not MMO. It's just like a live.
It is definitely the
service.
Xenoblade Chronicles X of Hoyoverse.
Yeah.
Or something like that, but without any
Something like
mechas.
that, yeah.
Without any mechs.
Well. Yeah.
But since you've touched upon the topic of MMOs, I wonder if you've ever heard about the critically acclaimed MMORPG
Yes,
Final Fantasy XIV Online.
Yes.
I gave 14 Online also a +2.
Nice.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing. I kind of wanted to talk about this sooner, but to me, the best way I can experience a game is if you allow me to have full reins over how to play it. I need another image because Knuckles is definitely not the fit for this. You know what? Melody of Memory will do. Something like this. So this will do. Gosh, what can I say about 14 Online? Well, there's the fact that the Xbox release made me interested in playing the game again from scratch, because you cannot transfer save data from the free trial over one platform to another.
I see.
Which is a shame. But it also allowed me to gain a new perspective on 14 Online. When I started 14 Online, I started in New Gridania, and New Gridania is boring as fuck, dude. Like, as a place, it's wonderful, it's beautiful, it's absolutely majestic, and it's very lush and green, and it's like nature everywhere, and it's quite peaceful. It's quite peaceful as a location. Nothing happens!
Oh.
Nothing happens! Not even after you're like, everything that happens in there, it's merely by accident. after
Mondstadt
you
moments.
after you arrive in New Gridania, like everything is kind of like an accident.
This feels
So-
like Mondstadt. It's so Mondstadt coded.
Yeah, something like that. But now that I started my new journey in Eorzea, I started in Ul'dah. And Ul'dah has so many little things to do. And like it's easily become my new favorite location to start because it like gets you invested immediately. Like, hey, hear us out. You're just arriving in a place where you can get mugged.
Oh,
You can get mugged and you will get mugged. See these people here? They're having issues against the contractors because the contractors are exerting unfair fees upon them. See these characters here? They're important because if they get lost, the whole continent can get overthrown. Meanwhile, in New Gridania, things are very, very peaceful to a shame.
to a fault.
To a
I think that's what you
fault.
mean.
To a fault, yes. Things are extremely peaceful to a fault. So, I guess that's what in the end made me lose interest in trying to do a main story quest in 14 Online because I was like, okay, but when does it start getting engaging? Meanwhile, in the MSQ with Ul'dah, I'm already engaged. Okay, I'm already having a lot of fun with the story. And this is more of a private note. But I do prefer having full reins of what I do, how I do it, and when I do it. Which is, unfortunately, a feeling that I didn't get when I played the game for the first time. Because, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the guidance that you friends give me with the games that you love.
Yeah.
But please give me room to breathe!
Oh.
Yeah. Like, everybody's got their own backseat tolerance, and it can depend on a lot of factors.
Yeah.
But, like, at some point, you gotta trust to let them off the rails.
Yeah, like,
I'm sure
do you remember that? Do you remember that not only am I 31 years old, I'm also
Not
a
a
game
baby.
designer. I'm gonna be looking for more things than just the main game. Like, I'm gonna be taking attention to mechanics and how different things chain with each other and how different elements combine and how things are implemented. I'm gonna be looking for more of those things as I play these games.
If you want to heat up your chicken leftovers, back to
So yeah, please give me room to breathe.
whatever you're
And
having.
I've had enough free time playing 14 again
Yeah, there you go. See?
to the point where
Oh, yeah.
Do you still have that space?
I'm actually excited to go back and play more of it.
From downstairs.
I hope I wasn't too overbearing with like anything Genshin related because I feel like at some point I was.
Nah, it's okay. You were fine.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
You were
at
fine.
least-
Like on your case, I felt it like more of advices on how to better spread out my world exploration.
Yeah.
Rather than getting hustled into doing the main story
Except for the
stuff.
part where I got lost in Liyue, like that one was completely my fault.
Right.
So yeah, that was a +2 for Final Fantasy XIV Online, which I'm definitely more than looking forward to play again. Like
I'm
most
glad-
of the games that I'm gonna
yeah.
talk about that have a +2 is because I can also play them on my phone with the new controller that I bought.
I'm glad that you at least enjoy it and that you can get a lot of time out of it.
Yeah,
Or as much as you can anyway.
yeah. Related to Final Fantasy is Kingdom Hearts, of course. It's to no one's surprise that every Kingdom Hearts got over a +1.
Yeah.
Like, these games are my bread and butter, come on.
Valid.
Come on. But mostly out of sentiment, Melody of Memory and 35 Days Over 2 both got a +2 because I just love them both.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even need to ask me if I like them based exclusively on the amount of images that I have capturing my successes with Melody of Memory. Like, I'd assume that I have a problem at this point, and if I do... Yeah, it is a problem, alright? It is indeed a problem. Moving on. But surprisingly, and since I played them both this year, I have like a very visible comparison and contrast between both of them. Which is the original Chain of Memories and the Re-Chain of Memories. The remake. And a lot of the things that I said about the remake walking into it still apply. Like the fact that that it gets the experience a little bit slower, that it gets that it delays things, that it makes some of the things a little bit easier to handle, and that it makes Sora incredibly overpowered. Like those things I still stand on. What I don't stand by anymore is at my thoughts of how the game plays, because either I grew used to it, thank you Stockholm Syndrome, or I genuinely liked it. And I think I'm ready to incline for the second.
Very good.
Because the thing that happens with Chain of Memories, oh, this image is wonderful for this. The thing that happens with Chain of Memories is the fact that not everyone out there has like not everyone out there is used to playing the game like with the mechanics that the game has. Because it plays different, because it uses cards as its gameplay basis. Yada yada yada. Everyone gets it, Mike. But that wasn't a problem for me. I fucking love Chain of Memories. Like, Chain of Memories is one of my 5 favorite games. One of my... Chain of Memories is like in my top 35 games of all time. Like, I just love how...
Hey, you know,
I just love how distinct it is. How unique it feels, and how it uses the gaming console that it was released on. Side note, I do adore the Game Boy Advance, by the way.
Good.
Just so we have that on the table as well. I do adore the Game Boy Advance.
Nice.
It is my favorite console of all time. So you tell me that we have a Kingdom Hearts game that's fully original for the console I love the most? Like, goddamn, I'm gonna eat that like it's my last supper.
I am in full support of GBA being, like, you know, good. Because the little I did play with it, only in my youth, I did enjoy what I did play. Even if it was, like, mostly some of my friend's shovelware. I wish I had his GBA because last I was totally threw it out.
Yeah. And you know, you do have you did have the expansion pack on Switch Online.
Yes, but to play the licensed games that I actually did play,
yeah.
I have to go elsewhere.
Yeah, those are not easily found on GBA and SL.
Yeah. The one I remember as a kid is Hot Wheels Stunt Race or something. It was a weird. I say weird, but like it's one of the weird. One of the few GBA games with 3D, actual 3D.
Oh yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of those.
The Asterisk and Obelisk.
What? The what?
Asterisk and Obelisk XXL.
Oh.
Or it could be Simpsons Hit and Run on. No, I meant Road Rage on GBA.
Road Rage.
What I tried to say was that it is one of the few a Hot Wheels Stunt Racer, whatever it's called, one of the few GBA games with 3D. That's what I'm trying to say.
I do remember posting on Edge another GBA 3D game that caught the eyes of several in there.
I know there's a Monkey Ball game that's kind of ass, but it was 3D on GBA.
Yeah. But argument aside, you tell me that there's a Kingdom Hearts game on Game Boy Advance, I'm gonna eat that shit up. And the game has like a fantastic soundtrack. The game has well thought of mechanics for the console, and it has AMVs on voice, but AMVs.
On GBA, interesting.
On GBA, it even has a fully uncompressed version of Simple and Clean. Crusty as it is on a GBA speaker, it still plays the entirety of Simple and Clean.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You think they would have remixed it, but nope, it had to be crunched down to a
It had to be crunched out to oblivion, which I guess it's a positive for the HD release, because the HD release just allows you to hear it in the crisper, cleanest quality ever.
Well, I wouldn't consider that version of the game, the same game, as advanced. Like, Rechain of Memories changes a lot, from what I understand.
Rechain of Memories is quite a different experience from GBA Chain of Memories, but it kind of helped on my case that it was an experience that I was already acquainted with. And looking back, I'm really thankful of the little changes that Rechain of Memories did to ease me on the experience. But part of me still wishes that the little quirks that made the GBA version work were kept. You know, for tradition's sake, you know, you can never be too sure. If you like approach someone who's like gonna whack the door with the keyblade because that's how you used to do it, like you could at least let that in, or let, I don't know, stacking cards by pressing both rotate card buttons, you know? You could have let that in. Also, hi Moore. Welcome to the second to last stream. Tomorrow's the final stream of the year, by the way. But yeah, aside from the quirks that were exclusive to Rechain of Memories, I walked out of that game positively, which makes the playthrough that I have pending with Riku something that I'm quite looking forward to, and which makes the fact that I have to rank all the Kingdom Hearts games now kind of an impossibility now. Because I now no longer know how I feel about this anymore. Like, do I think about this positively? Do I like it more than Chain of Memories? Like, do I like the inclusions of Rechain of Memories? Like, the 5... Like, the I'm gonna just say it. Every single version of the songs is better. Aside from a few stragglers, which sound a little too nostalgic for me to claim that they're better on the remake, but you're telling me that the team behind Rechain of Memories took the theme of Nominate, one of the best themes of GBA, extended it, and made it better? Like, no, of course I'm not gonna be biased. Like, oh my god, I love it. Of course I'm not gonna be biased. I'm eating good tonight.
I am reminded on like how I feel about Pokemon Gen 2 and its remake, even though I played the remake first. Like, I like both games for different reasons, but they're both really good. I still really like when I played Pokemon Gold on 3DS. Like, it was a legitimately good time. Like, I think I just knew how dated it was, and I just enjoyed it that way. I wish I could enjoy Platinum the same way, but I can't. I didn't know how dated it was when I started playing it.
Okay, since we're talking about... Since the topic has moved on to Pokemon... by the way, Chain of Memories and Rechain of Memories both got a +1. Nice.
I also thought you would have put a Chain of Memories higher, because the original, because it sounded like you really enjoyed that. But hey, it is your list. Maybe I shouldn't.
I technically chose to not.
You just like
I technically chose not to, because if I did, And believe me, I would. Believe me that I would. But if I did, I would honestly consider that I would be too biased in favor of the original Chain of Memories. That maybe that would skew my vision on Chain of Memories partially or completely.
This,
So I
like
chose
said,
to
maybe
deliberately
think
leave both on the same ranking.
Yeah, maybe I spoke too much, but yeah.
No, it's okay, it's okay.
Alright, hello there.
Oh, Mauricio, howdy!
Yes, Yop is reminiscing about games he played this year.
Yep.
Especially on our stream.
Yes.
I'm like trying to hold it back.
I cannot hear him.
Best I can do.
Okay, I turned myself up.
That was the only skill.
Is it
Anything?
Yop reminisces or we reminisce?
It's mostly Yop, but we can both. We can all reminisce, but just
It's-
remember.
It's me
Yop has
featuring
the
everyone.
Okay. Well, I'm going to chime in. Just.
You arrived at the
briefly.
worst part, though,
floor.
Oh.
because we
Okay,
moved the
I'll-
topic over to Pokemon. And I'm gonna leave this image on, because boy howdy do I have things to say about Pokemon Unite.
I just find it funny that he just left, but yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, it's funny that he just left.
Oh, look, welcome back.
I
Oh.
just left for the sake of a bit.
all right.
Okay. So hear me out.
Hearing you out.
I landed. Where is it? I'm pretty sure I noted it somewhere. Pokemon Crystal Clear. I landed it on a -1.
Rejo, this is on the scale of -3 to +3.
Yeah, the scale is -3 to
Guys,
-3 to +3, 0 included.
Kind of like, what was that guy's name? I don't know, but he
Grading
ranks
scores
movies on a
from
plus,
1 to 7.
-10.
Oh,
Okay.
didn't mean it. Oh, whatever.
It's my
Well,
way
there's
of
a
grading
person who,
scores
like,
from
ranks things
1 to 7.
negatively for ironic enjoyment.
No. In this case, negative is not enjoyment.
Okay, so
Sorry, what did
what
you
exactly?
give tonight? Well, remind
Well,
me.
he
I
just
forgot
said
what you
crystal
just gave.
clear.
Oh, I'm sorry. Crystal clear. What did you give it? I'm so sorry.
-1.
-1, right?
So
You
what
said-
did you didn't like about it?
So, it's kind of complicated to put my feelings on Crystal Clear because A, it's a game that I'm still not done with,
Okay,
and
so there's
B,
room for it to improve.
and the B, I don't think that the things I have a problem with are going to improve
Okay,
because okay, hear me out.
hang out.
Pokemon Gold, Pokemon Silver, and Pokemon Crystal, at least one of us here has played it once in their
Yes.
entire life.
I've
Yes,
never played it the whole way through, but I've gotten at least 6 of the Johto badges.
I have
My,
played Gold. I played Gold and Crystal on 3DS and Soul Silver. So I do have quite a bit to say about
I
Gen 2
grew up
myself. It
with
has been years.
I grew up playing Pokemon Gold as my first Pokemon game, so
Nice.
Well, Gold is my favorite, even if it wasn't my first.
Nice. I feel that.
So,
obviously I'll go
imagine
for White.
imagine the ecstasy that you get when you hear that you can play a basically region unlocked version of Pokemon Gold and Pokemon Silver. Technically Pokemon Crystal, but it's the same
Okay.
feeling.
What does that mean, region unlocked?
You can go anywhere, anytime.
Oh,
Oh.
so
So I thought you meant region free, and I'm like, yeah, yup. The Game
No.
Boy is region free.
No.
Having you explain it, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, you can go anywhere, anytime you want. You can basically move between regions without having to get access to the magnet train. You can just start using the magnet train immediately. Like, that amount of liberty is good. I would say to a fault.
I think so.
Okay.
I think HGSS had like that same quality of life improvement. I think.
No, because in AGSS, you still have to arrive to Saffron City to start using the magnet train back and forth.
Oh, okay. Well,
And I
yes,
think you still need the magnet train ticket. I don't remember. It's been a while since I finished that run of Hard Gold.
I think so. Yeah, you still need that thing. And obviously it is post game because that's how the game works. But Crystal Clear, I see, is very different in this regard.
So, so Crystal Clear is basically, what if the post game was the whole game?
Yeah, but
God, I want something like that for Black and White so badly.
In that regard, like it is a good thing to a fault because it gives you no sense of direction on what to do next.
Right.
I mean,
because you're completely responsible on how your journey progresses, and like the game gives you hints here and there of hey, in this route there's a Snorlax sleeping, or hey, don't forget to check out the Sprout Tower at Violet City. You know, little nudges like that. But and hear me out. Those little nudges that the game gives you could be the right thing to do, and could be the worst thing to do. Because if I'm all the way over at Kanto, like at, I don't know, Cinnabar Island, and they tell me, hey, did you know that you can visit the Sprout Tower in Violet City? Like, how the hell am I supposed to get there, like, quickly?
Right.
And then there's the fact of the Elite Four, and I'm gonna say it, that's been the most annoying shit I've been blindsided about. Ever.
Okay.
Because suddenly, there's a difficulty spike where you get drawn into rooms that have permanent weather conditions.
This is that kind of rum hack.
Where in the first room you get permanent rain, and the trainer's ace is a Raichu that spams thunder.
I am so sorry.
That's actually kind of hilarious, though.
How are you supposed to be prepared for that? Like, it boggles my mind that the game gives you no sense of direction on how things are gonna unfold later for you in the Elite Four. Like the rival battle at the entrance to it.
This is why quest logs exist, people. But Pokemon, like even vanilla Pokemon, never really did that, or like rarely ever did that.
Yeah, but like even within the new places, like there's a lot of new places in this new in this expansion of Johto and Kanto. There's like new places, and for one, I'm kind of amazed that they chose to implement some of those new places in, despite the fact that they never existed in the original games. On the other hand, Route 47.
Oh, right.
On the other hand, they could have implemented Route 47 and 48 from the remakes, you know?
Oh, they didn't even do that. Interesting.
They didn't do that. It still messes with me that they chose to add new locations, like new locations.
I think there's
like between Cherry Grove and Azalea, that's like a big, huge forest where the rest music from Kirby Superstars plays.
The what?
Yeah, there's also many musical nods to other games, and the fact that there's so much Mega Man music packed in this ROM hack is incredible.
It appeals to the Yop, it seems.
It appeals to the me, yes, of course. Do I have to show the image again where I have every single Mega Man collection thanks to my wife? No, I don't need to. You already know.
Older boy moment.
But again, But again, it baffles me that there's like several things where things went right, and several others where it's like, yeah, this ROM hack is basically catered to those who like to play Pokemon games as number games. Because being blindsided by a hazard like that sucks ass. It definitely sucks ass.
I think it's one of those ROM hacks that does expect you to know Gen 2 a little bit more than just it's been years.
Yeah. But also, fuck that difficulty spike. Fuck it, to hell. I was more prepared to face Cynthia on my first diamond run than I was prepared to face this thing. And that's saying a lot.
I'm suddenly reminded of base game, how awful it's not difficulty spike, but level curve. That like, oh yeah, does this crystal ROM hack do anything about that? Because base game had a terrible level curve. And it was not fixed in a remake, even though
it respects the level curve. It somehow gets it even worse.
I can imagine if it just randomly gave you Perma Rain plus Raichu with Thunder.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it just threw that at you, like, God, because like the level curve is like probably the worst part about the game, and it was not changed in a remake, despite the fact that like high level trainers are high level.
Yeah. But yeah, those are my thoughts with Crystal Clear.
Okay. What point in the timeline are we in?
But if I have to move to another of the regulars of the streams, I have to talk about Pokemon Unite. Like, I unfortunately have to.
You unfortunately have to.
I unfortunately have to. And have mercy on me. I cannot drop this fucking game.
So
why not? You know,
I cannot drop this messy, buggy, absolutely catastrophic piece of shit game.
Jesus.
Got a lot to say about this one, huh?
So this is where your Stockholm syndrome is, if I.
This is peak Stockholm syndrome.
So kind of like me with Splatoon 3 for a while.
Yeah.
This is peak Stockholm syndrome to me. If I see my rank at Ultra 5, I have to bring it to Master. Like, I'm basically at a legal obligation to continue playing this game.
It's okay, you can drop it. You're allowed. You are allowed to do so.
Yeah, I know, but my city wouldn't allow me to.
It's okay. You can.
The game can't hurt you. Yeah, just drop it. It'll never know.
It cannot physically hurt you. It'll be okay.
I suppose. Oh, Kirana's here. Welcome to the Reminiscing of the games I played in 2024, plus friends.
Okay. I want to quickly interject with a game that I played. Hold
on. I'm gonna allow you to get there. I'm gonna allow you to get there.
Okay.
Don't worry. I'm kind of like on a path that sets you up perfectly.
Okay.
So I suppose that I cannot stop playing Pokemon yet because I see the vision. I see the vision in this game, which is bizarre.
Oh god, sorry. I can words, I swear. But before we continue, where is this in your scale? Like, where is Unite?
A fat 0.
A fat 0. All right.
So got a 4, otherwise.
Yeah, essentially.
Sure.
Essentially, on the scale, it's on a fat.
Clear place lower.
Because Crystal Clear A crystal clear flashed at me. And I didn't like that.
I am confused as to what the 0 means. It's like it's
Oh,
the highest
this
or
is-
the
Okay, so the
lowest?
scale
This is- yeah.
goes from -3 to 3. To -3 to +3.
Oh,
But don't think of it as a scale that has both ends on the negative scale. Think of it as a 1 to 7. Where -3 is the bare minimum and +3 is the maximum.
alright then.
All right.
To think that this year had no -3s, like last year had one big -3, and everyone knows what that is.
And I may have
I
forgotten.
forgot.
Sorry, I forgot.
It's
Please
the
remind me.
monkey
I
game.
didn't know. What?
It's what?
It's the monkey game
Super Monkey Ball?
for the DS.
Oh.
Diddy
Oh.
Kong Racing.
Right.
That's
right.
the one. Yep.
Racing DS. Right. Right.
Oh.
Valid.
I don't
Yeah.
understand. I understand.
That's like the only -3. Comparatively, I got to play Diddy Kong Racing this year, and that's a +3, baby!
Let's go.
That game has not aged a single bit.
It's aged a little.
It
I
hasn't.
don't want to.
I missed
Aged
out.
a little in the visuals department at the very minimum.
I
And
suppose. I
moment,
guess I
really.
can concede that.
Yeah,
Like-
it's like
Even
Past
compared
my
to other,
time.
like, compared to other N64 games, it looks pretty good. But it's also still
An
like,
N64
there are
game.
still better N64 games that look better,
I suppose so.
like Majora's Mask or.
But
Banjo.
in gameplay wise, it has not aged a single day.
All right.
A single day. Like, this game is mechanically deep, mechanically complex, and also surprisingly rich to play when you're playing with the fucking right controller, damn it! Why did I
Anyway.
choose? Why did I think that it would be a great idea to play most of the game, like 95% of the game, with an N64 controller that had an analog stick broken?
That's on you.
That's on me. See, this is why you watch YopAlonso content for.
Actually, though, on the note of like Diddy Kong Racing and +3s, thanks to Game Pass Ultimate or Game Pass Core adding it, I got to play through Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled again.
We don't speak about Activision Blizzard in this place.
I'm sorry, but CTR Nitro Fueled is still a good game in spite of the company that made it.
Also, Toys for Bob.
Yeah.
Toys for Bob
that
and
was- that
Beanox
was-
kind of like knocked
that
it out of
was
the park
nice.
with that one.
Oh my god, man. Beanox did a great job, man.
Did a banging
It's
job with that
so
game.
beautiful.
Holy
It
shit.
is such a beautiful remaster.
It is.
Remake? Something.
Crash Team
It's
Racing. something of those lines.
But yeah, I've been enjoying my time revisiting Crash games. So that's my interjection on the Diddy Kong Racing thing.
Neat.
Actually, though, still on the topic of Rare, switching back to the topic of Rare, I've been playing DKC3 on GBA a lot. I'm liking
Huh.
it. It's probably a +1 on your scale for me.
Okay. Since we were talking about Donkey Kong, I guess I can talk about Donkey Kong 64 now.
Oh, clever segue.
Because I did play Donkey Kong 64, even if it was for a little bit, and even if it was for a request. It was my second time playing DK64 overall. And
Well, how's your opinion changed?
it hasn't, but I feel like it also hasn't wagered either positively or negatively. Like, as I said during the stream, I see the vision. Sometimes when I play games that I don't know how to feel about, but I can understand what they were aiming for, I see the vision. That's me saying I know what you're trying to do. I know exactly what you're trying to do, and I see that you're trying. So I'm gonna give you a better chance in hopes that you can show me what exactly it is that you want me to see. And I suppose that I see the vision on DK64. It is technically a 0, because in the same way that I don't have any positive things to talk about, I also don't have any negative things to talk about it either. Like, everyone's talked to death about the whole aspect of but collectibles with each monkey, and that you have to go into each tent with all different monkeys so you can continue with the game because these things are locked, and all of that stuff and all that jazz. And I'm like, I get it! I get it! I absolutely get it.
Essentially.
That aspect actually never bothered me.
I get it. I get the complaints. I just don't see the problem with them. See? I told you had to let me talk. I don't see the problem with those. To me, those things are not problematic. They're just a thing that you have to adapt for, and regrettably for the haters, there's like a fair abundance of DK barrels where you can just swap the characters at will. And thanks to the warp paths, you're never really too far from where you're supposed to be going. So there's also that.
Isn't that a boon that you're always able to find where you should?
Not only that, but the DK barrels fully heal you. Death is almost a non-issue in DK64.
Yeah.
Especially because there's no game overs.
But also, I think that I messed myself up in playing the version on Wii U because that one has no lag, and it made some of the parts a little bit more difficult for me.
Okay.
And as I grow older, so does my patience.
Okay. Speaking of things not having lag, that is actually, it actually is the thing that directly hinders the Xbox version of Banjo-Tooie. Anyone who's played that version, Canary Mary Third Race.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. They say that they got that fixed on the Switch version.
Well, the Switch version incorporates lag.
The Switch version is like the best part of both worlds. So I guess that's that. So yeah, DK64 has a fat 0 on my scale.
So it's just kind of neutral to you?
It is kind of neutral, but it is neutral in the good way. Because it might be a 0, but by the end of next year, it could be a +2. You know?
No. I don't really understand how that works, but okay.
Because at this point, I don't have any strong opinions for or against it. Because I played so little that I basically haven't seen most of what the game has to offer to me. But if I'm like, I see the vision, it means that I want to see more of it.
Oh, I hope you enjoy your time when you inevitably revisit it in the future. Hopefully on an N64.
That one's gonna be a little bit more complicated.
You could never drive.
You're right. But ever
So,
drives are
what else have
hell
you
of
talked
expensive.
about, though? Is there a way to segue into requests? Like,
give me a moment because I'm gonna have another controversial opinion land on the stream.
Wait, another controversial what?
Yes.
Well, the stream's controversial. This is gonna look bad on my image.
So,
I'm just kidding.
I talked earlier about how I didn't vibe well with Sonic Adventure 2. To the point where it is the lowest ranking game on my ranking at a -2.
Okay, I don't disagree with your opinion.
It's time to talk about the. It's time to talk about a -1.
Okay.
And regrettably for people out here, that's gonna be Paper Mario.
Really?
Uh.
Felt like you were having a ton of fun with that one.
No. Hear me out. Story-wise, it was absolutely a blast. It was definitely a blast. It was quite enjoyable. It was absolutely fun. And we were having a blast. We were having lots of laughs. But that's mostly because you were here. If a game's gameplay loop starts putting me to sleep, we're having problems. And unfortunately, the gameplay loop of Paper Mario is... how do I say this?
Could be better.
It's basic, but once you know how to get the most out of it, it gets extremely formulaic. And I think that has to do with the
Peril strats. You did the entire game with peril strats.
Yes. And I think that was a mistake on my end.
Yeah, Ginger Mario was crazy crap.
Yeah, but I didn't know that. Coming into it, I was like, you know what? The game hands me batch points, so I can have more options with attacks and the like. So I'm gonna focus all my strategy on batch points, and it turned out that was the way to make the game formulaic. But like,
this is why I go HP, FP, BP every single level.
no, like I get it. I totally get it. I totally get that might have been and that might have been an error on my ways. But also, Paper Mario has aged. And so have we. And the little things that I found the little things that impressed me when I was a kid playing the game no longer apply, because I already know how the tumble tumbles.
Mm-hmm.
And basically it was just a revisit of the game. A revisit that had incredible laughs, mind you. It had incredible moments. Everyone remember how Goombari just died that one time?
Yeah.
That was impressive. That was incredible.
Perfect.
Everyone remember how I just uttered my last words live on stream? That was incredible. But yeah,
I'm back.
To me,
I'm having
But
dinner,
so the experience of streaming it with us far outweighs the enjoyment you had with the game.
yeah, like if I wasn't streaming with you, I would have never committed to finish it.
Okay.
Like that's how strong I feel about the level of enjoyment that I had with the original Paper Mario. Like story-wise and companionship-wise, it was incredible. And it's definitely the reason why I went and did it again for A Thousand Year Door, because that's sort of camaraderie that forms when a group is together and we're all banding up to see the experience grow. It's ecstatic. It's fantastic.
Well, on that note,
You know?
I am actually a little bit glad that I missed out on most of the TTYD stuff because I would have dragged that stream down. I did not want that.
Maybe you would have. Maybe you would have not. You don't have a way to
Would
know.
you have spent the whole thing whining about it, or
Not whining, but I would have definitely been nitpicking on a few things.
You know, it's exactly the reason why I decided to play Thousand Year Door in the beginning, because like you, I was not particularly fond of the GameCube version.
Well, what did you not like about it?
Mostly everything.
Well, this is gonna be a very controversial thing, but you know what the thing is that I didn't like about it?
What is it?
I didn't like its story.
Huh.
okay, yeah, that's very controversial. I'm going, what the fuck? Even though I know you by now, and I should know exactly why.
It feels like it's the same thing with Mario RPG's story. It feels very un-Mario.
Yeah, I think that's the point, and I think it's to the game's strengths. But I find it fair for you to think of it as a weakness.
It's a
You know,
weakness, and like
I would have
I feel
agreed.
the same way about Super Paper Mario, but at least that has the excuse of being, you know, in a completely separate dimension.
I'm gonna interject here because the reason I didn't like the story was because I was a 14-year-old who was illiterate in English.
Oh,
Ah, yeah, that makes sense.
And just as I was starting to learn English, this game comes around in my life. I play it, and I didn't know what to think about it. And then once it was over, I was like, well, that just ended.
That was a thing.
that just happened.
And I didn't like the ending at all. Like, the ending sequence, I did not like at all.
And
Like, the whole finale, I did not like at all. And the whole build-up to the finale, I didn't like at all. And the fact that you can get soft-locked into not returning, I did not like at all.
wait, you can what?
Oh yeah, that happens.
Oh, ooh, isn't that?
So, like,
Oh yeah, it's
those were my main reasons to, like, get started with TTYD right after I finished Paper Mario. Despite the fact that I could get potentially burnt out by playing Paper Mario back to back. Like, that was a risk I was willing to take. But here's the thing. Having played Paper Mario and then continued on with Thousand Year Door, do you want to know where it ended on the ranking?
Where?
It landed a 0.
wait, seriously? It landed a 4?
Yep.
I thought it would rank higher for some reason.
No, I know, yeah.
The main reason because, oh god, I have a lot of pictures about Peach. I wonder which character I really like. You know, I'm gonna leave it here because this one has a front-facing Peach sprite. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Okay. In the topic of how does it compare to the GameCube version, oh, this one just slaps it. Out of the park.
There's
Out of the park.
one
This is
thing
a-
I'll give the GameCube version.
This is an
over,
absolute
so that's
replacement
the
of the
Switch
GameCube
version
release.
yet.
I don't care if this releases in 30 FPS. This one just steamrolls the GameCube version. Absolutely. Visually, sound-wise, and especially soundtrack-wise, it clears.
I mean, you don't even have to give up the original soundtrack, so like it doesn't even have that on it. Even if you didn't like the new soundtrack,
Yeah,
the new soundtrack
there's
is
options.
fucking phenomenal. So it's not like that was any concern to begin with.
Yeah. And the reason why it lands on a 4, it's because
Well,
it's Paper Mario. Plus.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Story-wise and presentation-wise, it's gonna be fantastic. I'm having a lot of fun with the story now that I can not only understand it, but also laugh it out with friends around me. You know, it makes that pill a little bit easier to swallow.
Question.
Yes.
There is a Spanish version of Paper Mario, A Thousand Year Door, right?
Oh yeah,
Right,
Thousand Year Door does have a Spanish release. I have not touched that translation yet.
European Spanish only, though, right?
It cannot
It's
be
not.
European Spanish only.
Why not?
Because for the very first time, this was released in Latin American territories
Oh,
with
So
a full
I-
Spanish
Why
version.
that version?
I meant the GameCube version. Did it not have a Spanish version?
The
Or
GameCube
like
version did
was it-
not have a Spanish release.
I thought it did. No, I'm
It
sorry.
did
then.
not.
Oh my god.
So this is
Yeah.
a case of like Nintendo just Nihon Falcoming the LATAM community.
What's Neon Falcoming?
Not quite. Nintendo just neglected the existence of Latin America until like 2006.
Essentially, I'm accusing them of treating a LATAM version of Paper Mario as like how Falcom usually separates Chinese, Japanese, and global releases of Trails.
Oh. Oh. No, it's
Wait, so
not
there's
quite
only-
like that.
Oh,
Because at the very least,
you-
even if we didn't get Spanish releases, we at least got the games in English. Which
least,
explains a whole lot about how good of English I have. Because I grew up with the damn language all around me. Thank you, video games.
Uh-huh. That's American globalist strategy at work.
Potato. Anyway, I gave it a 0 because at the end of the day, it's just Paper Mario. It's still more Paper Mario. You get more action commands and you get the stylishes. But at the end of the day, it's still an expansion of what the original Paper Mario was.
I take it you're a Mario and Luigi fan then?
I'm more inclined to the Mario and Luigi side, yes.
Well, then I would like to say, if you haven't already...
Side note, I have not played
play
Brothership.
Brothership.
I have not played Brothership, and I don't know if I intend to.
Okay,
I've heard-
Brothership is absolutely an incredible game. Your muscle memory will hate you.
I have heard mixed things about Brothership, but
The only thing that I dislike about Brothership is that on the menus, Luigi still uses the A button instead of the B button.
right.
They could have just patched that.
They could have had an option for it.
Oh, there we go. Karana just wrote.
I watched the
I just
Institute
hope they
video
don't make
on-
separate store pages for non-global, non-JP versions of Nintendo games and non-JP global versions of the same Nintendo games. Luckily they haven't. Like at least for games that have released globally, if I tap into Smash Ultimate, for example, and I change the region from I change the language from English to Japanese, I get the same Japanese version. And if I change my region from America to Europe, and then I tap into the English version of the game, I get the same European release.
Neat.
Yeah.
That is interesting, at least. I at least
That is
wanted
very
to say
neat.
something else. The mixed things I heard about Brothership, I saw Antu's video, and basically, it is a hell of a slow burn. Like the pacing, like first half is not great, but the second half is absolutely phenomenal. It's actually wild.
The it's so over to we're so back.
To We're So Back.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
those
I-
kinds of pipeline.
I think I watched that video. I wouldn't know. I fell asleep to it. I
Is
used
that
it
a
at my.
compliment or a diss?
I used it as my sleep assist.
A
I am very
disconnect.
sorry, Ant Dude, but your voice to me is extremely soothing, and I will snooze. Which is why he made the separate Ant Snooze channel. I suppose. For people like
he
me.
went the Cataclysm route, yeah.
Yeah.
He went the Cataclysm route.
Yeah.
Characteristics of myths and monsters.
Okay, God, I did not play Kid Icarus this year. Mostly
still have
because I
time.
don't have a capture card yet.
Oh,
Which I
right,
You
wish
that's-
could
I
have
did.
played it during the 3DS stream, you know.
Yeah! If the fucking thing worked that to begin with.
You didn't even try it with Kid Icarus Uprising.
I tried it with Star Fox. It didn't work.
So how what would have suggested that would work with whatchamacallit?
Don't worry, I plan on getting a
at
capture
least-
card for my 3DS next year. A real one.
As opposed
You
to the
better
fake one
keep-
you currently use.
You better keep your rating scale and not rate it something like a 4 when you play it.
No,
I don't. Isn't like your favorite game of all time? A Kingdom
it is my
Hearts
favorite
instance,
game of
so-
all time. It is absolutely
Kid Icarus.
perfect and there are no flaws.
There are a couple of.
Actually, there are a couple of flaws, but I can overlook them. And I can
Yeah, it's
confidently
not about-
say that I got used to Metroid Prime Hunters.
It's not about being perfect. 'cause if it
On
was
original
perfect, then
hardware.
you wouldn't need a follow-up
It is
to the
absolutely a
original
skill issue if you cannot get used to the controls of Kid Icarus Uprising.
What if you find the controls uncomfortable?
one. Worse, I could call it trouble with the
Skill
mechanism.
issue, anyway. Okay,
I don't know, man.
Mario.
I feel like. Huh?
Mario. There's a lot of Mario that I played this year too. So we're just gonna, like,
Rapid fire.
rapid fire. Yeah. Mario Party 2 gets a +1.
Woo!
Super Smash Bros. Brawl gets a -1.
How is that a Mario game?
Super
Is it
Smash
Brawl?
Bros. Has Super Mario.
Brawl is so good, though. I love that game.
It is really good. Please don't
Like,
ever stream the
objectively.
entirety of Please don't ever stream the entirety of the story mode in a single sitting in 8 hours.
Just watch Dubspace instead. It's more
How'd you do it?
enjoyable.
Yeah.
Why did you do that, Yop?
For charity!
Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh, I thought he did it for a bit.
No, it was for charity. It set me up for next day, which on the topic of that, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Oh man.
It gets a
I guess we
+2. It's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic.
It's still a good time, yeah.
I would never play it again for over 8 hours straight. Never.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
charity,
no,
though?
8 hour.
For charity,
That
though?
wasn't like the 96. That wasn't like the 96 course marathon, was it?
Yes, that was the one.
Oh man. That was so.
The
fun,
one that
though,
ended up
man.
being like 108 races in the end.
God.
That was so fun, though.
It was. Not for me that I was on the end of that I was on the main receiving end of it, but it was. Okay. Continuing the rapid fire. Super Mario 64, specifically co-op, gets a +1.
I was part of that. I was part of that collab.
Yeah, you were part of that. I plan on doing it again next year, but without the voice proximity chat. Because that one just spelled disaster. I'd rather just hear the chaos of everyone instead of selectively hearing some.
Hi.
But we did get a hole-in-one, and that was fantastic.
Wait, what game? I had to back away for a bit.
Super Mario 64,
Mario
specifically co-op.
64. With the co-op
Okay,
mod.
that was so fun. I'm so sorry that like my thing was so scuffed. But you try streaming in the middle of a fucking hurricane.
Yeah, never try that, friends. Never try that. Okay, continuing the rapid fire. Super Mario Jamboree, Super Mario Party Jamboree gets a +2. God damn.
I wish I got to play that this year, but
I wish that my first experience with it wasn't so tainted.
God damn. Super Mario Party Jamboree gets a +2. It has Argentinian penguins that you can
That way I get to
only
+2.
find out in the Latin American Spanish release because they made them Argentinian coded.
Argentinian coded.
It's
Oh, that way I get to
absolutely
+2.
funky. I love it.
No, but seriously, how are they coded?
Dialogue speech bubble is essentially written as if an Argentinian would be speaking to you.
That sounds incredible.
It is very characteristic of Argentinian speech patterns, and it uses them. I do have a picture of it over here. Hold on, it has to be on the Super Mario Party Jamboree. There we go. The accentuations on mira and sabes, that is basically Argentinian coded. That's Argentinian speech.
I take it that one of the localizers was indeed from Argentina.
There's a lot of penguins in the extreme south,
Huh.
I mean, I would imagine it's still like.
which also
south.
shares a little bit of it also shares a little bit of territory with Chile. So there's that.
It makes
And
sense.
finishing the rapid fire, Super Mario Sunshine gets a -1. Moving on.
All right.
He said moving on so fast I couldn't say anything about Mario Sunshine. But honestly, I don't actually have anything to say about it because he did the blue coin thing, and I'm not gonna stop him. From
Portal?
blue coins.
Portal gets a 0.
Interesting.
Wait, Portal?
Yeah, Portal. I played Portal this year.
Portal 2.
Cool.
Right? You played
Yeah, Portal 2 too.
Medical.
But I played the first Portal, and it was a nice experience. But I don't think I liked it as much as I did like Portal 2, which got a... Where's
Solid.
Portal 2? Which got a +2.
Well,
Valid,
I mean, I
valid.
get that's understandable. Like, you probably Portal probably would have been a lot better for you if you had played it right when it came out, as opposed to waiting so long.
Probably.
Actually, did you?
Blame
play
the
it when it came out?
Point,
blame the
at
non-PC
that
gamer
point,
in me.
the joke about
Oh, it was on Xbox. Oh, right. You were Nintendo for a long time.
It
There
was
you have it.
60.
Yeah, and also on 360, therefore I couldn't have played the 360 version on my Xbox.
Oh.
yeah. Don't they have the? There's a Sixth Sense version, so it's a PS3.
There isn't.
Let me check.
But a game that I really enjoyed was Portal 2. I got to play both campaigns. And the same things that made me feel very smart about the first Portal made me feel even smarter on Portal 2. Plus there's the co-op campaign. God, the co-op campaign was so fun.
I wish I got Portal 2 just for the fucking co-op, man. I remember playing it at a friend's house, and I was like, this is one of the greatest games ever made.
This is peak. This is peak.
Well,
This
I
is
have
peak.
not played. I have not played the Portal duology. I've seen people play it, and I do prefer the story of 2 at least.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, one
Yeah.
didn't really have too much of a story.
It didn't have
No,
much.
one didn't
but
have a story.
It didn't have much, but GLaDOS is still entertaining.
Well, that's kind of
it
true
was a
with both.
triumph for what it was trying to do, but it wasn't gonna break your neck in surprise.
I'm gonna illuminate you all on... Okay, so I did talk that my favorite game from this year was a tie between the world of Echoes of Wisdom and the world of Penny's Big Breakaway.
Oh right, that's right.
But it's got nothing next to the absolute peak that was Neo the World Ends With You. God! Fuck!
I believe you mean Neo Twiwi.
that.
The name of a game is on the screen. It says Neo: The World Ends With You.
I realized what's on the screen. Actually, I didn't because I'm
Oh,
on
yeah,
the screen right now.
Mm,
But at the same time,
This is what we would like to call Kino. Absolute Kino.
never played.
Peak Kino.
Which, this big game somehow got into DLC for Groove Coaster, right?
This game got DLC on Reynatis recently.
Oh.
Ooh.
Like Reynatis
So,
got Neo:
what-
The World Ends With You DLC with I believe its main protagonist Rindo. Like, I'm gonna come
So-
clear and say I absolutely adore The World Ends With You on any of its on any of the 2 versions that I played, because I played the DS version, and I also played the mobile release, The World Ends With You Solo Remix, which is a game that is now delisted. I have a delisted game on my phone. A delisted game in which I can still buy DLC songs for. What the fuck is that?
Where are the other problems?
But again, this, if I played this back in 2021, this would have been Game of the Year of 2021, 2022, and 2023, succeedingly. I don't care. Everyone should play The Misadventures of Rindo and Fred. That is the new name of this game. You should all play it.
Remember,
And if
this
you
is a
played
sequel
the
to-
original The World Ends With You, what the fuck are you waiting for?
I'll be waiting for the day when they finally brought Suewi Final Mix to PC.
This game is on PC.
Oh, he has a final mix?
You can get Neo Tweewee.
Final Mix.
You can get Neo: The World Ends With You on
Yeah.
PC.
I said the previous one, not Neo.
True.
I know Neo is on PC.
But like at this day and age, you can make do with the DS version just fine.
Yeah, I've heard things about that. Yeah. Can I just say, as an aside, I saw my backlog read, which I do update with every time I get a new game. There was a lot of like crap I bought and didn't play, or just crap that I got. This was not a gaming year for me. Like, this was an HSR year, and that's it.
Yeah. Also, these next 2 images are basically these 2 next images are basically Gacha Brain Rot incarnate.
Hold on. I actually closed my browser just to yeah.
This
So-
character here saying,
Oh,
how am I supposed to focus on studying when there's a new chapter of Elestra waiting for me? But if my grades drop any lower, I'm done for. But then you imprint some thoughts on her, and she goes, hang on, if I just imagine all these concepts as hot guys, oh wow, that's way easier to remember now. I've got a whole narrative and favorite characters and everything. Brain rot incarnate!
Incredible.
Brain Rot works as well.
Incredible.
And also, everyone who's not playing Neo: The World Ends With You is missing on the absolute peak character that is
And I
Nagi
deduce
Usui.
this is indeed the waking world. 'Tis day 5.
Which means we've really got to rack up some points today.
Sure wish we had a shortcut or something. Erasing a lot of noise will only get us so far, you know.
Listen up, Zeptograms.
Mr. Minami.
The Reapers have factored themselves out of the equation today.
You casting a spell or something?
I just adore this stupid girl with my burning heart. Every time
You
she's
can't
on
let her down,
screen, and
dude.
so is
Challenge
Minamimoto.
ahead is dauntless yet
is
I shan't
wonderful.
fear. For Lord Dominami stands tall at my side.
Can you believe that this was the voice actress' first performance?
Boss? Hate to break it to you, but the more you say it, the less convincing it sounds.
Mission should be here any minute.
I give it 2 seconds.
Mr. Minami.
What are you,
Can't let he knocked it out of the park.
She knocked it out of the fucking park.
No, I meant the character I'm talking about, but God bless Candace Sakowski. That his first voice role was in Honkai Star Rail as a Venturine, and he knocked it out of the park. It's a shame he wasn't nominated for any sort of best performance.
God bless voice actors that fucking nailed their character the first time.
God bless.
Like, to me, the other person that would fit in that category would absolutely be Adam Howden as Shulk.
Was that actually his first performance? Or his first VA gig?
I don't think it was his first performance as VA, but he still knocked it out of the fucking park with Shulk.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Speaking of Shulk,
thanks. You're a lifesaver.
Oh yeah, baby!
Nice.
I need to keep the bit for version 3.
Oh,
this bit cannot end. It can only extend and continue anew.
Yeah, apparently, I am right. There was a Groove Coaster YY Party DLC involving 4 songs from Swewy.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, also some of the World Ends With You songs have found their ways into the Theath Rhythm Final Fantasy games.
Makes sense.
I know that because some of them are in Curtain Call. Oh, and this is very late game spoilers, but I'm gonna show it anyway because this interaction just fucking kills me every time.
Frickin' mess! This is like literally the worst. I know I'm irresistibly adorable, but can't you all just buzz off? Minimoto!
07734.
Ew. Hey! Don't just spout off numbers and walk away, you jerk! Whatevs, as long as he's doing his job.
Oh my god.
God, it's so fucking memorable. Sho just walks into scene, deletes some noise, spouts some numbers, refuses to elaborate, and then leaves.
He just hello and calculator.
Yes,
that's what he did.
Yes, that's exactly what he did. Oh. It's absolute peak. Why are you not playing this game?
I found my own math husbando.
Why? Please.
One day.
Please play this game. It's peak. It's peak. I can promise you that it's peak. And Nagi is the best fucking character.
You can say it's the peak.
It's absolute cinema.
It's absolute cinema. It's absolute Kino. And the expressions. Oh my god, the expressions.
Want to merch? Oh.
Okay, but that's those Echoes of Wisdom and Neo the World Ends With You were games that I played that were not streamed. How's about another lightning round?
Okay.
I'm gonna go through the rest of the zeros. 0, 0. I know Balatro is like peak gaming. I gave it also a 0.
Speaking of Balatro, I'm considering getting it.
It is really good. I highly recommend it. God damn it, what a fucking game.
I think I missed why you gave it a 0.
You didn't.
Oh.
I gave it a 0 because it is an addiction to me.
Oh.
Therefore, I cannot in good faith give it like a +1 or +2. Even though it is the main reason why I haven't unsubscribed from the Apple Arcade.
Oh, you're playing it there, I see.
And I'm also playing it on Switch. I double dipped on this game.
Oh, that reminds me.
Yes?
I need to hear Puzzle Pop opinions.
Oh, Puzzle Pop, okay. Puzzle Pop was also here somewhere. It got a +1.
Okay, okay. Interesting.
It doesn't get a +2 because, goddammit, it's locked to Apple.
Good answer.
Valid.
But it gets a +1 because holy shit! Holy shit, dude!
It goes places.
Peak Puyo plot! Oh my god!
Why is it locked? Why is it
Tries an Android.
Puyo plot!
Tries an Android!
Oh my god!
Every platform
It's a turbo banger.
It is a turbo banger. Why is it only on Apple Arcade?
Its one flaw is its platform. Like not just
unlike
you guys can't play it, but
Zenless, I gave
because
Zenless a
Apple
-1 for lack of other platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah, playing it.
But
on
at the
my
very least, on
phone has
Zenless's
been
case, it was because it was a
hard
new
facts.
game that I was still getting used to. With Puyo, this is like a highly anticipated game on a franchise that I absolutely adore, and the game is fucking incredible. Why is it only on Apple Arcade?
We'll get it out of there one day. One day it'll be out of there.
Hopefully.
God help us all. God help us all.
We can only wish.
We can only dream and hope and yada yada.
We can only hold Apple CEOs at gunpoint.
The current one.
For legal reasons, this is a joke.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't go threaten
Also
your
for illegal
CEOs
reasons,
around,
this is a
everybody.
joke. Yeah. Also for illegal reasons, this is a joke. I just want to stress it was a joke the whole time.
For legal reasons, this is not a joke. Free Luigi.
True!
Got it. Had the balls to do that. Anyway, let's move on.
True, Yop. True. Free Luigi.
On the other end of the spectrum, Sonic Dream Team got a -1.
Would it have been higher if it was not exclusive?
Maybe. But I guess
I feel that way.
But I guess it ended up as a very short game. Like, I got it done in a single sitting. In a single stream, I was done with the full game.
I see.
And
because it sounds like to me, you know, when we say you give it a -1, and the Apple Arcade problem is not the main reason why why there are flaws. What the flaws with that game? But also cries in Android and not even a single way to play it outside of anything.
I'm particularly sure that these two games are both
Sonic
done
Dream
in
Team.
Unity.
Yeah, I know. I meant this for
But you can
Puyo,
still
really.
You can still cry at Android for Sonic Dream Team though. For
Yeah, I don't
Sonic
even have like
fans' sakes.
I don't even have like sorry words. I don't even have a TV in this room, and honestly, I don't want one. I'm fine with my.
I don't think I
PC.
have. I honestly don't think I have an attachment to Sonic. Why do I even play Sonic games anymore?
Because Sonic's fun.
Sometimes he's fun.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
someone who's stuck in
sometimes.
the hellhole.
Sometimes he's fun.
Other
And
times.
then sometimes it's Sonic Adventure 2.
I'm not gonna join you in this discussion. I already said my piece about Sonic Adventure 2. I'm not gonna do it again.
Okay, probably.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Continuing with the lightning round of zeros, Splatoon, Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, Fall Guys, WarioWare Smooth Moves, Resident Evil 4, Splatoon 2, Kirby Star Allies, and Minecraft all get a 0.
Why does Minecraft get a 0?
Because it's perfectly passable. And also because Microsoft still hasn't released the Series X and Series XS enhanced version. It's taken them 3 years.
Sorry. Oh God, I can. Why can't I do this? I just find it interesting that like all these really good games are like a somewhat passable tier to you, which is entirely a valid opinion. But like, wow, these are takes.
In several of those is not because of the detriment of the game itself, but because I'm very used to it. Like for example, Splatoon and the Kirby and the Reminiscing Mirror are zeros because I'm so used to them that my opinion on them is never going to change again.
Okay. But you still like them.
I still really like them both.
It's not that you don't care about them. It's that there isn't any way for your opinions of them to change.
Well,
plus,
now there's a reason for the Splatoon opinion to change. There's
plus,
no official multiplayer anymore for it.
Plus, there's the fact of hold on, let me look at the word specifically so that I don't fuck this up. The Spanish word that I wish to translate today is cotidianeidad.
Gesundheit.
Banana, just in case. So apparently that word translates to everyday life. I don't know how to feel about this.
In regards to...
But basically, I guess they're games that I just go out in and out again whenever, and I know they're safe havens. They cannot be minus. Though in the case of Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, I guess the fact that it goes on a 0 is because I'm playing it wireless. I'm playing it the multiplayer with people that are half a continent away from me under like 5 frames of lag.
Okay, you say that like it's a bad thing, but I distinctly remember all of us having loads of fun playing it when we did the
lag.
True.
A lot of lag that would do things to someone trying to enjoy a co-op game, online co-op game with lag.
Fun fact.
I will say it was pain, but it was fun.
Fun fact, and you will never believe me this. It's hardware accurate.
I really do not believe you on this, but I don't have.
It is hardware accurate.
I don't have 4 copies of the game and 3 link cables.
I have used 4 copies of Kirby and the Missing Mirror and 3 link cables to connect 4 Game Boy Advances to play Kirby and the Missing Mirror with 4 players. There is input lag.
Ouch, on the input lag. That's a big oof.
So that's big hardware accurate.
I see.
Okay, what about the -1? Have I forgotten about any -1? Let me see. Nope.
Actually, I got a question. What's the hardest any game has ever fallen off for you?
The hardest any game has ever fallen off.
Like,
from first experience into replay?
Or even you liked it at first, but then it just fell off by the end. Any sort of game.
I can actually answer this. At least from my perspective, Mario Kart Wii.
Yeah, no, we know about yours. Don't worry about it.
But you don't know that I used to like that game.
No, I did.
I did.
Told you?
I thought you.
You've told us so.
Yeah, I used to like it, and then gradually, I found more and more stuff to get annoyed with it.
What's a game that I fell
Until now,
off
it's a
of?
-3 for me.
What's a game that I fell off of? That I liked at first, but then on repeated playthroughs I stopped liking it. I don't think I've had that. I feel that I feel like I've had games that I didn't like that I ended up liking on subsequent playthroughs, and games that I just didn't like at all.
Nothing
fun
that's
the games
ever.
didn't like
And that on
enough.
repeated playthroughs, I just find ever the more reasons why that game is just absolute trash.
There's not. That's interesting because, like, for me, it's like Sonic Heroes. Every time I go back to it, I like it a little bit less.
Damn.
You know, you say that, but like, I still thoroughly enjoy Sonic Heroes years after the first time I played it.
Well, let me check if on my Switch library there's something that had like that vibe to me. Because I either like a game or I don't like it later.
Like you like it, you either don't like it and then like it more, or you don't like it and you still don't like it the same amount.
And then I like it even less.
Well, we're asking if there's like one that you like even less.
After
Right.
playing it first, but liking it. That was the question.
After
I'm
playing
trying
it
to
first,
see if
but
there's anything
didn't like
here
it.
on my Switch library that kind of could hold the answer to that. Huh.
Let's see.
I guess I did find my answer.
Okay.
That would be, and this might come out as a surprise to some of you,
Yeah.
that would be Mega Man Battle Network 2. I used to like the game, but upon finally finishing the playthrough, because I did mention that I had a lot of troubles with Battle Network 2, like getting a run started and getting a run finished, like I could never finish a run. And Battle Network 2, I played it after playing the first one. The third one is fantastic. The fourth one is absolute trash, and I love it. But the second one is like growing pains.
So the second one is just like bad in your opinion.
It's complicated.
Yeah.
Like that's the answer I want to give. It's complicated. Like I liked it when I played it when I was like 14. Gosh, there's a lot of 14s in this stream. I liked it on my teenage years, but now that I'm an adult with little time to devote myself to games, I guess the whole amount of fetch quests and the back and forth and back and forth and forward and back I didn't like.
Oof.
And that gets really heavy towards the end, which is the part that you kinda wanna see the most. So by the end of it all, I was just activating Mega Man Shotgun mode. Mauricio looks so jumpy, it's like he wants to ask what the hell am I talking about?
Do you want me to be completely honest?
Yes,
I've only been half paying attention.
it's fine. But I guess that would be my answer. Like a game that fell off after I liked it at first. But even then, even looking back, I still think I always had problems with Battle Network 2. Now with Battle Network 4, I know exactly what to expect. That game is absolutely horrible, and I love it.
You know, you're not the only person I know who sees a game as objectively terrible and then still it's just like this game's awful. I want to play it again.
That's me with Battle Network 4. I would never do what Scoutmaster Demi did. He played Battle Network 4 16 times for charity.
Oh,
Parody.
that sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Even for
Sounds
charity,
incredible.
that sounds like torture for therapy for charity.
The things that us streamers do for
Torture
charity.
for therapy.
Yeah.
The things that us streamers do for charity.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, to be honest, there has to be a point where it just feels like actual torture, and you need to stop. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but there has to be a point.
There has to be a point, which is why I'm never
There
doing
definitely
Subspace
has been
Emissary
certain
again.
points like that.
Join me next year for World of Light! Single
no.
sitting!
Please no.
Yeah. Do it.
Don't you mean, please, yes!
Think of your sanity.
What sanity?
Whatever sanity we have left.
I wish I knew if I had any left.
Just say, have fun. Just know that I won't be there.
Okay,
I
one final
you.
lightning round. One final lightning round with this time with most of the games that I got left over, which are basically sequels and all that stuff. Marvel Rivals gets a +2. I am deeply surprised that I really liked Marvel Rivals and I want to play it again. Worms Armageddon gets a 0. Because, I don't know. For the first time, I don't know why I gave it a 0. But it was definitely an experience.
Didn't stick with you much?
I suppose. I guess it's because in the end I still do like World Party better.
I can't say I played any of the Worms games, so I can't really.
Continuing the lightning round, Xenoblade Chronicles X gets a +1. Side note, Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition releases for the Nintendo Switch March 20, 2025.
Yay!
That's 3 days before my birthday. I will not.
Pre-orders are available online on Nintendo eShop. It also dropped before the end of Nintendo's fiscal year, so what the hell? Okay, continuing with the round of rapid fire lightning round. Kirby Superstar gets a +1. I really liked playing it with Koro. I wish I could do more call-ups with Hyper Koro next year. Dr. Robotnik's Ring Racers also gets a +1. I'm really looking forward to playing more of this game, this time with Majel. I already talked about Portal. Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics. I guess this is the collab lightning round.
Play more Clubhouse together. I'd like Clubhouse a lot.
I really do like Clubhouse. I'm vowing to never play Clubhouse with Kay again if it involves playing Last Card or Backgammon. Because neither of us had a fun time that time.
I will never play Clubhouse with Kay, assuming she does 7.
It's a good thing I prefer 8-ball pool.
Whatever those 7s were called. Oh yeah, 8. Pool is so good.
Pool is fantastic. I had a lot of fun playing pool, and she did like a cool trick shot. That was amazing. Jammer Lammy and Parappa the Rapper 2 both get a +2. Those are fantastic rhythm games, and you should all play them. They're really short, but they're really sweet.
Okay.
Intelligent Cube gets a +1. IQ Final gets a +2.
IQ Final?
They're puzzle games for the PlayStation. And they're really exciting.
Right, you enjoyed that one quite a bit. I remember that.
I enjoyed it quite a lot. And finally, I believe these are the last 2 games that I haven't talked. The last few games that I haven't talked about in this reminiscing stream. Muse Dash gets a +1.
Wait, Muse Dash gets a +1?
Yeah.
I didn't. Well, that's the first time I played Muse Dash.
I played Muse Dash earlier this year. Celebrity gave it to me as a Christmas gift. Together with Tadpole Treble, but the Steam version of Tadpole Treble is the Steam version of Tadpole Treble.
And that is...
I couldn't get it to work.
So it's an immediate blood. It -3 then.
No, I couldn't get it to work, but I'm very I'm inclined to buy Tadpole Treble Encore on Switch.
All right. Let's hope you can actually, play it and enjoy it proper.
Yeah, so I can play the game. Then I would have to say things about Puyo Puyo Tetris 2, which is still a +2.
Valid.
There's never a dull time with Puyo Puyo Tetris 2, let's just face it.
Yeah, it is definitely a once in a while kind of game. At least I think that's where I stand.
Speaking of Puyo Puyo Tetris 2, I've got a Puyo tournament tomorrow.
Good luck with that. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, good luck. And the final game that I haven't touched about at all during this stream of Reminiscing, and you've seen it pop up on the album quite a few times now. Is my other favorite of the year, and the game that I'm really infatuated with. It's Nintendo Switch Sports.
Oh yes. Oh right, I remember now.
Oh, I remember you playing this.
Nintendo Switch Sports is my final +3 of the year.
Oh wow.
And I played Wii Sports Resort as well, even if just for a little bit. And it's fine. It has more games. But I feel like Switch Sports controls better.
Interesting. I can kind of
that
see
or
that
the
because
consistency
Wii
of the Wii, that or the consistency of the Wii Motion Plus on these Wiimote Pluses is not that good.
I can kind of understand Wii Sports being, not maybe aged a little bit poorly because they are like launch titles or rather boxed-in titles with a Wii.
It
so
is
it is
jank.
like literally the one first game. Yeah.
It is jank, but we love jank.
It does what it does. But it has aged because of this.
Why did I clip this? Now that I'm seeing these, why did I clip this? Oh, I get it now.
I'm only behind on the stream I need to see.
It's because I thread the fucking needle.
Oh.
This is my really my favorite way of playing Wii Sports or Wii Sports Resort Golf ever.
Just thread the needle.
I think I did it again. There has to be this one, I'm pretty sure. This one also has to be like a threading the needle kind of moment. It feels like it.
Nice shot. Maybe I should make my own list of like my favorite games I played this year.
I'd have to remember what games I played this year.
I keep a tally of every game that I play every single year.
Yeah, I can only really go off of like games I added this year to Backloggery, which is, I mean, better than most people, I guess. But yeah, I guess I can go down the line from the very beginning of the year.
It's funny that I do have a Backloggery that I haven't updated.
I update it every time I get a new game, so yeah, I added games I got a couple days ago, so yeah, I'm very active with this, but I don't buy games very often, so it's a small list of games I got this year, and also a small list of games I have not played this year, even though I got them. Earlier this year, I got a mobile game called Cake's Sword Color Puzzle Game. I guess if I were to go with the Yop scale, it would just be like -1 alongside Wood, Nuts, and Bolts Puzzle. Only because they're mobile games. They're just like Stim games. I only boot them up if I'm bored, and it just scratched a little itch that I had for a bit. Yeah, but they only do so much, and they are ridden with ads. My God, ridden with ads so much. Mobile game moment. You
Mobile gaming moment.
Yeah.
I guess that would mean that I have to rank Pokemon TCG Pocket. And Infinity Nikki.
Oh, I see. Well, let's see. What do you think of them?
I would suppose that Infinity Nikki gets like a +1. It is very enjoyable as a 3D platformer, and it's also very cute. It runs on my phone.
It certainly runs.
It definitely runs.
Does it run like it has to runs?
It runs.
Does it walk instead of running?
No, like, it runs. It jogs. It jogs.
Like legally, you could say it runs, but it doesn't run too well and it doesn't run too poorly.
Yeah, it's just a nice jog.
That's right. I got Mario RPG. I actually, well, so my funny story with Mario RPG Switch. I bought Mario RPG Switch last year, just before Christmas, but I lost it. I lost my physical copy, like on the way home from the bus. Like I lost it, and it took me 3 months to actually buy it again.
Wait, was that the game that? Was that the game of a bag?
What?
Was that the game of that bag that you were talking about the other day?
Yeah. Oh wait, what? Bag? Sorry,
like
I'm a little lost.
The bag. I feel like that.
I mean, it was inside a bag that that some things were lost in that, along with my wallet, but which is, yeah. Mario RPG. I recovered that that was the last thing I recovered from that, and I never got that wallet back, so I just had a new one.
Okay, so I was remembering correctly then. I still feel so sorry for you about that.
Yeah, but
what was that?
Everything that did.
Now I realize why I clipped this.
Recovered. Oh, but yeah, that's my only story with Mario RPG because I've not actually played it.
Play it. Play it and form an opinion on it. That's the best way I can say.
Yeah. My one little downside of it is that I have seen the original a couple times. I've seen the whole story, so I have very little incentive to actually play it. But yeah, like again, this year was not I was not in a super gaming mood. Like I didn't even get to like HSR yet. That I'll talk about later. But like I was not in the mood to play most games I got this year. Because like I even got Duck Game, which was gifted, but I have not played it.
It's fun.
Cookie Run Witch's Castle is alright. I guess I can actually give it a rating. It is I guess a 0. It's nice. Again, just more or less a Steam game. If I'm bored, I will open it up, but I've actually been doing it daily as of late. And it's okay, honestly. It's no Cookie Run Kingdom, which is better, but also I dropped it because of HSR.
True.
So blame Star Rail.
Yeah. Star Rail is the source of my problems this year. Jackbox 10, Jackbox Party Starter, which I have not really opened up, but since Jackbox Party Starter, it's just it's older games that are like really popular. That's still like maybe what is it like maybe like a 1 or a 0. Because even though I have not played this particular application, it's games I played before, and and they're good times. Yeah, I forget what it even has, but it's just a handful of old games. And Jackpot Party 10, I don't remember if I actually did play it, but I don't remember actually booting it up, but I did install it. Honkai Star Rail is at least a 2, if not a 3. That is my game of the year this year, and it came out last year, if you want to be technical, but it is the source of all my problems in 2024. Affectionately. /affectionately.
Source of your sins.
Yes, I'm even playing it right now because I'm doing dailies. Because, yes. Overcooked 2. I've only played a little bit of it. I guess it's like a -1 because it was a bit chaotic for my liking, but it was fine. It was fine. Wacky Warper, which is a Mimi gacha sim for HSR. There is a Genshin version called Silly Wisher. This is I have played that quite a bit, but I downloaded that like a long time ago. I guess I would say Silly Wisher is like a 1 or a 0. No. Silly Wisher is like a -1. Wacky Warper is a 1. Because it has actual mini games in it. There's even a Suika clone.
Wow.
And it is the best way.
Nice.
It is the best way to get fake gacha currency in Wacky Warper. Yeah. So
interesting.
Yeah, that is where all my Suika hours are going this year. It's going in Wacky Warper. There's even a Pac-Man clone, which I'm very bad at. Wacky Warper is a good time. It's okay because it's only a gacha sim. That is all it exists to be. But yeah, and like every character gets like a funny name attached to it, but the light cones are their normal names. Silly Wisher is different in that all the characters get funny names, and their weapons get funny names.
I see.
Yeah, so Wacky Warper is a good time. I wish the light cones got funny names, but I guess I get funny drawings too. So there's that. I mean, Silly Wisher also has funny drawings for characters and weapons. Like Sino's a weapon is just called paddle. It's literally just like a blank paddle, but it's like actually a nice looking weapon in actual Genshin. And even Novella gets like a funny, no, it gets a cool name. I wouldn't even call it Mimi, but Judge Hydro Pump is a good name, unironically, even for memes.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
That is actually funny.
Yeah, Persona 3, 4, and 5, which I got on Steam. I did not play them, any of them. Maybe one day.
Which version of P3 though? Is it Reload or Portable?
Reload, and then Golden, and then Royal. Again, did not play any of them.
Yeah, I know. Because I know the only versions for P4 and P5 are on Steam are P4 Golden and P5 Royal.
Okay, yeah. Hotline Miami Collection, I did not play Hotline Miami Collection, but it was on my wish list for the longest time and eventually got it. SpongeBob SquarePants The Patrick Star game. It's a -2. I don't know. I think I got burnt out by the sheer amount of quests are in Genshin. So this sandbox game, we just fool around as Patrick Star, even roll around. I don't know. It didn't really hit the spot for me, but it does seem like a kind of game that I could see people enjoying quite a bit. It's maybe not for me.
I know Chris enjoyed it a lot when he played it.
Yeah, it's definitely it's a silly game, but I don't think it's for me. I don't know.
I see.
Super Party Jamboree, that's maybe like a 1 of a +1. It is a good time. I haven't played much of it, but it is a good time. Tetris Forever is at least a 2, because it is a legitimately good documentary museum kind of game. So it's a lot of like interviews and videos about the history of Tetris. PPT1 is mentioned once in the entire time.
Nice.
Yes. But it is there. And there's a decent collection of Tetris games to play. And apparently they updated recently with more games.
They have Weltris.
Ooh, sounds nice.
Oh yes, they did add Weltris. I have to play more of it. I have to play more of Tetris Forever because apparently they updated. I don't even know that they do that, but I will take a look.
They do that.
Yeah, speaking of which, if it's alright, should I do something similar to was it is it Amethyst?
Yes, that is
Leslie.
Yes, Amethyst. That is
Alright.
Well, Leslie.
Yeah. Alright then. I'll wait until Amethyst you're done first though, Amethyst.
All right.
Leslie.
Yeah. Peggle Extreme is I mean, I guess it is a 1. It is Peggle, but like Valve themed. It's an interesting thing. It's a short game, and apparently for free on Steam. Yeah, it's a good time. Peggle Deluxe is at least maybe a 1, cause I mean it is Peggle, it is a good time. I don't play much Peggle in my life, so but it is good. So Peggle Deluxe for a cheap puzzle game, it's a good time. Atlas I have, but I've not played. Peglin I have, but not played. Boyfriend Dungeon I have, but not played. Botany Manor I've started playing, and I think it's a -1 so far, or a 0. I think I think I went into this game expecting flower breeding mechanics, but I know it was like a walking sim and you find flowers and stuff. If there is flower breeding, I haven't gotten around to it. It's a mechanic I've wanted for years, like in a game, and not many games actually do that. And I heard Botany Manor did, but I don't think I'm up to that part, or I don't know what's going on in that game right now. I think last time I tried to play, I was like yawning a lot. I think it's my first true walking sim game, so it doesn't hit all the spots for me, but it is a nice little casual a game we just roam around and solve puzzles. It's decent. I do need to play more of it just to get just to finish it, really.
I see.
And that's it.
If I'm allowed to interject before Kirana, just one thing.
Oh,
Regio,
What?
what's your opinion on Pokemon TCG Pocket?
Oh, I'm actually very much enjoying my time with that game. It helps that I'd wanted to get into a physical TCG. And a card shop opened up near me, so I've got plenty of excuse to learn Pokemon.
I see.
I need water.
I see. On my end, I would say that it's a +1. Merely on the premise that I'm playing it with my best friend too, who is very much into card games of all kinds. And by card games of all kinds, I specifically mean Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon TCG.
Oh, okay. Well, there's one game in particular that I really want to talk about. Do I have permission?
Is it Anton Blast?
It's Anton Blast!
Kirana, it's your turn.
Motherfucker,
Okay,
why?
I'll let the Anton Blast talk after this one. So, if I have to rank some of the games that I played this year, not counting like certain one-offs like Distance and Hot Wheels Soundtrack Challenge.
Uh-huh.
Alright, maybe I should count them. Count Soundtrack Challenge specifically. But anyways, Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth is probably, I think it's a 2 for me.
Huh.
For starters, because here's the thing. People wouldn't expect me to like something like that.
Really now?
Yeah, people do know that I sometimes play JRPGs, but they don't know that one of the games that I am interested on is a Digimon game, and that's because I saw my friend Kagini play it. Yeah, my friend Kagini is a fan of the Dorumon.
Huh. Interesting now.
In Kingdom Hearts 8 2 Final Mix, specifically the HD 1.5 plus 2.5 remix version, it's an instant 3. You can knock it down to an instant 2 because I am raging at the sight of certain bosses. Organization and member M, I'm looking at you. Yes, you with the big scythe. Worst boss ever. And then Persona 3 Reload, I'd say I'll give it a 3. Because, well, it's V3. It's fitting for me to just give it a 3, right?
Yeah, I suppose
but
so.
Seriously. No, but seriously, it's pretty fun. I like how they like try to streamline the Persona 3 experience, even though the story is still as you know, dark as ever.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the Ace Combat PS2 trilogy, which is Shattered Skies, the Unsung War, and the Belkan War. They all get a 2 out of me. Probably a 3 for in the case of the Belkan War, because Ace Combat 4 and Ace Combat 5 are like building upon layers of which Skies Unknown will be built upon. Right?
I suppose
With
so,
Ace Combat
yeah.
0, they ramped up the story to 11. Like, I wouldn't want to get... wait, is it okay if I even talk about Ace Combat spoilers here?
I don't know. Do you want to?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
If you want on the big set pieces for me on the trilogy, for Ace Combat 4, it's going to be the Battle for Farbanti. Yes, there's that one boss fight against the Yellow Squadron in the end. And that's why it's so badass. Like, you've been tormented by these people, by these aces for several missions. And now you finally fought them right in their homeland. For Ace Combat 0, though, it's definitely the final mission. Like, you have to douse your plane, and fire missiles right in front of your opponent. All the while, you have to stop a nuke. And for Ace Combat 5, it's again the final mission. I mean, who wouldn't want to stop a colony drop by shooting, or rather a satellite drop by destroying state satellite before it can reach the ground? Then for Hardware Soundtrack Challenge, I'll give it a, I don't know, 0, 1. I guess it didn't age well.
It is a video game, you say?
Yeah, it is. It's pretty old.
I see.
And
okay, Mauricio.
Yeah.
If Kirana, if you're ready, I want to pass the baton to Mauricio so he can have his 10-minute interjection about Anton Blast.
Yep. Yeah, it's a good break.
But first, let's talk about Echoes of Wisdom and Brothership.
All right.
So, as someone who really likes 2D Zeldas and Link's Awakening in particular, I was super excited with Echoes of Wisdom and got the game day one. Loved what I played of it so far. I have not finished it. I have gotten about halfway through the game. It is one of the most unique and creative Zelda games I've ever played, and it is not just because you play as Zelda instead of Link. The Echo mechanic is one of the smartest, things, building on the fusing system of Tears of the Kingdom and incorporating it into, more like it's both traversal and strategy and combat and all that. It's really, really clever.
Uh-huh.
I think the game's graphics are beautiful. The game runs really well. It has a little bit of problems in my eyes, but like mostly with like, you know, just the sheer scope of the world. It's pretty small, even though it's quite a bit bigger than most, 2D Zeldas. I really liked it. I think I'd give it a 2. And I'd give the same to Brothership because, well, like I mentioned, muscle memory fucks with me in Brothership. But a brand new Mario and Luigi game is nothing to scoff at, especially after Alpha Dream went belly up. And God, I miss them. The writing's not as good from what I've seen, although I haven't really played that far into it. It definitely feels like it's got Mario and Luigi's signature charm to it. And it's so good. I don't know how to sing its praises enough. But I don't know, in comparison to like other Mario and Luigi games, like at the same time I was playing Brothership, I was playing Superstar Saga, for instance. It felt like there were a few things that were missing from the whole experience.
Alright.
So both of those were 2s in my eyes. As much as I loved him and much as I was hyped for him, there were a couple things I didn't really vibe with. Anton Blast, on the other hand, I knew in 2022 it'd be peak, and I am saying in 2024 I was wrong. It's better than peak. It's peaker than peak. The game oozes with charm. It is basically like, what if Wario was Crash Bandicoot? It is incredible. It takes the Game Boy Advance inspirations and just ramps it the fuck up. Everything pops. Everything just looks incredible. It sounds incredible. It feels fun to play through. It is like spot on, exactly what I would want out of a Wario or Crash-like game. Everything about it is just immaculate. Well, not everything. There are a few things that aggravated me. But it is probably the only game that I've played this year that I could definitively say is a 3.
Oh.
So basically, you with Anton Blast feel exactly how I feel with Penny's Big Breakaway.
Yes, precisely. I'm not gonna ask you to get the game. I'm not gonna tell you that you need to. All I'm saying is you should definitely give this. You should definitely put this one on your wish list at the very least. It is such a good game. Summit Sphere did a great job on this. I cannot say enough about it.
I see. I guess that wraps up the stream then.
Oh, and I forgot I played Mario vs. Donkey Kong. That was also a 2 because it was a really good remake, but it was kind of lacking on content, even with the 2 additional worlds.
They changed A, B to B, Y. I will never forgive them for this.
Counterpoint. I love the original Mario vs. Donkey Kong.
Yes.
And I got to have more Mario vs. Donkey Kong with the 2 new worlds. The thing is, it's not worth it for $50.
Uh-huh.
But if you can get it for cheaper, get it for cheaper. It is so good. And that's my final thoughts.
I guess that wraps it up for today's stream. Tune in tomorrow for the YopAlonso recap.
Then what the hell was this?
Reminiscing on games.
Okay.
And tomorrow, and tomorrow's is the recap.
All right. Thank you for
tomorrow is
dump at the end there.
Tomorrow is indeed the recap. Let me see if I can rate someone from Eldenwood real quick. Just remember that Eldenwood is a team of VTubers of the age of 30 and older.
Interesting.
Damn, I can't join.
You're almost there.
Well, no, I can't join because I'm not a V2.
Okay, let me see. Okay. Uh-huh.
Oh, also, I was trying to find a place to fit this in, but I never got to. My brother got me a Wacom tablet for Christmas.
A Wacom.
Ooh.
Whack 'em
You know
to the
what?
Wacom tablet sounds.
I know exactly
pretty
who you
good.
can rate today. So, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all people tomorrow for more for one final recap of the entire year.
One more event.
It's all about them numbers, baby. It's all about them numbers.
The numbers game.
As we fade out, I would like to say thank you to my friends who joined us to talk about their gaming experiences of this year.
Yep.
And to everyone else, I'll see you all tomorrow for the final stream of the year. My name's Yop, and I hope you have a fantastic night. Say hi to Liminality Carp for me. We are going to raid. Because they're playing Super Donkey Kong 64
Huh?
on the randomizer.
Yo!
That's all you had to say.
Yeah. I'll catch you all tomorrow. Bye bye.
See ya!
Have a good